Hi, this is Billy Riggs, and I'm going to show you what we magicians do when we've got no work. All day long, day after day, I have been cutting up old magazines. I've got boxes of these things in the garage. Why do I do that? Well, this is how I make a living when I have no gigs. I just fold it like this, and all of a sudden, I've got money. If anybody knows how to do this with 20s, be sure to give me a call right away because I'm getting carpal tunnel syndrome. Sorry about my hair. I can't imagine how difficult this time must be for those of you who actually have hair. I want to talk to you today about strategies for coping, not moping. But first, I want to share my screen with you. I've written a poem. You see, I want to share my poem with you. It's called Coronavirus by Billy Riggs. There once was a fellow named Cyrus, cooped up by coronavirus. But he used that free time to work, plan, and climb, and to build him a future desirous. I'm a poet, and I dang well know it, and now you do too. We're going to talk today about some strategies to cope rather than mope. We're going to discover what the first one is by magic. I'm going to place right up here on your computer screen a list of the things that people crave most in life. I would like you to mentally select any single word or two-word term as they pass by and commit it to memory. In particular, please make sure that you know how your term is spelled. Here they are all at once. You've got about 3 seconds to pick one and memorize how it's spelled. Have you got it? Good, because now they're gone. Here are the first 5 letters of the alphabet. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to place your finger on one of these 5 boxes and then move it a particular number of boxes to be chosen at random by members of the viewing audience. For example, if you choose to start on box A and somebody in the audience chooses 4, you could move your finger B, C, D, E, that's 4. Or should you start on box A and someone say 4, you could move B, C, D, C, that's also 4. Your other alternative, and your only other alternative, should you start on box A and someone say 4, would be to move B, C, A, B, A, and end up right back where you started, as long as you always move to an adjacent box. You can't hop around. When your finger's on an outside box, you're forced to turn around and move back toward the middle. But when your finger's on an interior box, you can move either way. Fair enough? Excellent. Please place your finger right up on the screen on any letter that was contained in the word that you thought of. No cheating. It has to be contained in the word that you thought of from that long list to mathematically guarantee that all of our fingers will be spread out evenly among all of the 5 boxes. Do you have your finger on a letter and you're certain that that letter was contained in the word that you thought of? Excellent. Leave it right there. Don't move it while I change the labels to represent the 5 things that are rumored to be essential to getting ahead in life. Now, normally at this time, I walk through the audience and just have members live choose a number. And because I can't do that here, I'm going to ask anybody out there, if you've got the chat box open, to just send me a number. Any number up to 10. Let's keep it low. Anybody? Emily. Emily in Dallas says 3. Please move your finger 3 boxes. Now, I had no idea where you put your finger, and I could not possibly have known which person would choose what number first, but I know that somehow your finger is not on luck. The people in this life who get ahead don't do so by luck. Rather, they create their own luck through hard work and persistence. We'll get rid of it. Now, I need another number. Anybody out there? The first one that comes through will be fine. We've got Ruth Ann in Bismarck chose 7. Please move your finger 7 boxes from where it is. Excellent. And now I could have no way of knowing where your finger started or what number would be chosen next. And yet somehow I am so magic that I know that your finger is not on IQ. There is a very shaky relationship between your intelligence on the one hand and your happiness and success on the other. We'll get rid of that one as well. I need one final number, please. Any number, let's say 1 to 5. Thank you. Walt in Raleigh says 5. Please move your finger 5 boxes. Now, I had no idea what number was coming up, and yet somehow I know that your finger is not on talent. Unrewarded talent is everywhere. In fact, Unrewarded talent is far more common than rewarded talent, isn't it? We'll get rid of it. Nor is your finger on looks. Being great looking is no guarantee of success or happiness. We'll get rid of that too, because you have placed your finger literally and squarely on the single most consistent predictor of how you will emerge from this crisis: your attitude. Now, some of you are already arguing with me in your head. You're saying, now wait just a doggone minute, Mr. Fancy Pants motivational speaker. I am no Pollyanna. Don't tell me to slap on a fake grin and wear it all the time or pretend I'm happy when I'm not. Well, I'm not suggesting that you should wear a fake smile all the time. I'm reminding you that plastic grins have an uncanny way of becoming the real thing. There was a fascinating study run in 2009 at the University of Cardiff in Wales. Subjects who had been given Botox injections in their cheeks that made it impossible for them to frown all reported feeling much happier. The study concluded that the act of frowning doesn't just tell other people you're in a bad mood, everybody knows that, but it also has the effect of reinforcing your bitterness, making you more sour, driving your attitude south and turning your frown into a scowl and your scowl into a permanent sneer. Conversely, when you smile, it doesn't just tell other people you're happy, that goes without saying, but it also has the act of elevating your mood, which makes the smile more genuine, which has the effect of making you even happier, which makes the smile more authentic in a continuous feedback loop. I'm not advising anybody to wear a plastic smile all the time. I'm suggesting that you couldn't if you tried, because if you will discipline yourself, no matter how difficult things get, to put a plastic smile on your face when you get out of the bed in the morning, if that's what you hope to do, well then by 9 or 10 in the morning, it'll be the real thing. And you'll be happier and you'll be more productive and you will be better equipped to face the challenges that are all before us. And so the first strategy I would give you is to keep a positive attitude. Keep your chin up. Now, despite the fact that you've heard your whole life how important it is that you maintain a PMA, some of you still awaken this morning with your brain groping for any excuse to be negative. What's yours? Is money a little tight around your place? Have you been through a nasty breakup? Do you find certain parts of your job unpleasant? Are you too tired to go on? Are you seeing signs that the neighbors don't care for you? Maybe you're just overloaded today. Do you see troubling signs that your kid will grow up to be a rapper? Are you annoyed by life's little inconveniences? Are some of your coworkers just not very bright? Or downright lazy? Do other people not treat you with respect? Well, regardless of the excuse you gave yourself for getting up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, I know what the problem was. You woke up with your head in the wrong place. One of the great keys to success, and certainly the keys to happiness in times like these, is to get your attitude right. Now, when I'm performing live at this point, I pull out a pitcher that's half full of milk and I ask people the most important question of life. And I'm going to show you a video of that effect right now.
Is the glass half full or half empty? And here's the answer. It's entirely up to you. To me, that's the most wonderful fact of life, that no one on this planet but you can answer this question for you. And the way that you choose to answer will determine more than any other factor in life how happy you become, and more than most, how successful. This is the great equalizer of life, but listen carefully. It is the eternal law of life that if you choose to get up every day with your head in the wrong place and say, my glass is half empty, it will get emptier. The consequence of a negative attitude is that you'll attract bad things and bad people to yourself, and over the course of your lifetime, you will drain your glass to the dregs of all of the joy that you otherwise could have known. You'll find a very troubling process at work in your soul. Not only will your glass grow emptier, it will also grow smaller. As year by year and decade by decade, you find yourself paying the compounded interest on a life lived with a sour, negative outlook. But the converse is also true. If you choose to get up every day with your head in the right place and say, my glass is half full, it will get fuller. When you have a great attitude, you attract good things and good people to yourself, and over the course of your lifetime, you fill your glass to overflowing with all of the joy that life can contain. And you'll find a very wonderful process at work in your life. Your glass will grow larger. Okay, last time. This is your brain. Kentucky. This is your brain on a bad attitude. This is your brain on a good one. But let one negative thought creep into your mind and find a home there, and the process will begin all over again. Let it find fertile soil and send deep roots into your psyche, and your glass will drain again. The only way to make it stop draining is to say, my glass is half full. So you're left with life's most important question. Is the glass half full or half empty? And the answer is up to you.
Well, there you go. That's strategy number one, is get your head in the right place, keep your chin up, have a fantastic attitude. Let's move on to strategy number two.